now underway for the 7th annual Red Carpet event. All Baltimore artists, DJs, radio stations, radio shows are eligible. Visit BaltimoreMusicAwards.com and enter your choices before October the 9th. The 3 nominees with the most nominations will receive the okay to go to the next round. Finalists will be announced Wednesday, October the 11th on the Diamond K Morning Show and also at BaltimoreMusicAwards.com. All right, so that was a mouthful. And I have a special guest in the building. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Bianca Williams, and I am the author of the new sports romance titled Sideline the Draft.
Okay. All right. Sideline the Draft.
Yes.
We got the book right here. So where are you from?
I'm actually from Baltimore County.
Okay. Okay, but you can claim Baltimore.
I can claim Baltimore.
You can say Baltimore.
Yeah.
You got
Well, sometimes when I just say Baltimore, people like.
Yeah, because they don't believe you.
Right.
They don't believe you. But if you say Baltimore County, I get
They're
you.
like, oh, okay, you're a county girl.
Yeah, well,
but I still claim Baltimore.
So Baltimore County, like where?
Like I grew up in Woodlawn, in the Woodlawn-Catonsville area.
Early Woodlawn.
Yeah,
This is when white people still live there. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Early Woodlawn, yes.
Okay, so you went to like Woodlawn High School?
I went to Woodlawn High School, yes. Class of 95.
Okay, shout out to you.
Yes,
shout
Woodlawn
out to you.
Warrior.
All right. And so, did you like grow up an avid reader?
I did not.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't like to read. Believe it or not, I did not like to read. I actually started reading more when I was in college because I had to read. I didn't really have a choice. And so even though I was reading for academics, I was like, I needed to, take my mind off of things. So I started reading fiction, and I enjoy reading now. I read anything now, but yeah.
But back in the day, you did not.
No,
like
didn't touch a book. No.
Okay. So what? As far as becoming a writer, how did you make that transition from somebody who was forced to read?
I know, it's interesting. I've always wanted to be a writer, but I've never really had anything to write about. Like, I would always just try to write because my life, I felt like, was very interesting. I would just experience a lot of things that not your average everyday person would experience. And I would talk to my friends and they go, oh my God, you should write a book. I live my life vicariously through you and your experiences. So I would always say, okay, one day I would always say, I'm going to write a book one day. I'm going to write a book one day. And it wasn't until I went through this devastating breakup that I had this.
Devastating.
It was devastating. I had this.
I mean, we always say devastating.
It was devastating. I cried for 2 years.
That's pretty devastating.
Exactly. It was devastating.
Are you an only child?
I am not. I have an older sister.
Okay, so you're the baby. Yeah.
Yes, I'm the baby.
Okay. Oh, you see where I'm going? Yeah.
What?
My younger sister is very dramatic.
Oh my gosh!
And she also is light skinned. So maybe you were just like on your light skinned stuff.
No,
it's possible. It happens.
No, it's devastating. When you read the book, you will understand.
So this book here is about you. This is your story.
Well, it is inspired by true events.
Okay, so you changed some names.
But it is fiction. It is a fiction novel.
He played basketball, so like you switched it up.
It is fiction inspired by true events.
I got you.
I'm sticking to that.
This is what the lawyer said. This is what I have to say. So the main character, what's her name?
The main character's name is Bryn.
Starts with the B.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Well, I like the name Bryn.
Nice.
It started off as like Melissa, but then everybody was like, nah.
Is she from Catonsville?
Like she is from Baltimore.
Okay.
She's from Baltimore.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
From like the hood?
No. Baltimore County.
So that's wonderful. So women like stories about love,
yes,
romance,
yes,
and I think they like athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that would appeal to women.
It will definitely appeal to women, believe it or not. Guys are buying this book, and they're reading it too.
Yeah,
they're
as they should.
Feedback. But yeah, the book is for everyone. But yes, my audience that I'd like to target is women.
So what do you know about sports? I see a football on the cover here.
I know a little bit about sports. Football. I don't really follow basketball.
Football, you know.
Baseball, not really.
So, if I can get in your business for a minute, I mean, since you're here,
okay.
the breakup that was really inspiring for you.
Yes.
Does he know about this book?
He does.
Okay. What was that phone call like?
Well,
I know he was probably blocked off social media, so he had to probably call you with somebody else's phone.
I originally I wasn't going to tell him because we were not in communication with each other, and I had given it to a friend. I'd finally said, "Hey, this book is about to come out," and I gave it to a friend, and she read it and she called me. She said, "Girl, you got to tell him. You got to call him before you release this book." And I was like, "You really think so?" She was like, "Pray about it, think about it, but I think you need to tell him." So I called him after not speaking to him for a year or so, and I said, "Hey, you need to talk to you in person." He's like, "Oh God, what is it?" I was like, "Nope, got to tell you in person." So when we finally met up, I had a copy of the book with me, and I was like, "Guess what?" And I was like, "I wrote a book." And I showed it to him, and he had this like look of like shock and horror on his face at the same time.
Very good.
But I did tell him it's not a tell-all. I gave it to him. He read it, and he wants it to do well. He wants it to do really well.
Okay, well, that's what's up. Well, and I wanted to do well also.
Yes.
So that's good, and it's good that you were able to take a traumatic situation and get some positive energy out of that.
Exactly.
Let's talk about as far as the actual process. How long did it take for you to write this book?
Believe it or not, after not being able to write a chapter, I wrote over 80,000 words in less than 6 months.
Okay.
And that was the first draft.
Okay.
And I sat on it for a while, tried to submit it to some publishers, and they were like, "Hey, you need to edit. You need to get your work edited." That's basically the feedback that I was getting. So I found an amazing editor. She's actually from Australia, so we would like Skype and email in the middle of the night.
How did you find her?
On Instagram.
Okay.
And she's amazing. She's not only a writer, but she's like she's not only my editor, but she's also like a writing coach. And I love her, and we just went into that draft and we just really ripped it apart and put it back together. And she allowed me to have creative control, but she kind of guided me through the process to where we kind of worked back and forth with each other for probably about another 6 months. Then I sat on it for a while again, because I originally wrote the book back in 2013. And then I was going back and forth whether I wanted to go through the traditional publishing or self-publishing. And then I wanted to retain creative control. I knew what my cover wanted to look like. It's a part one of a trilogy, so it's 2 more books. I didn't want to give up rights to the next 2 books to someone else, so I stood up a publishing company. You
heard some horror stories about people with their books.
I did.
Yeah.
And started a publishing company, Bianca Williams Books, and I self-published my first novel, released it on July 4th, and Barnes & Noble and Amazon can barely keep it in stock. So it is doing very well.
So you're happy?
I'm very happy about it. I did.
But you take on a lot of the promotional side and, and the marketing and all that stuff.
And that takes up a lot of time, which keeps me away from writing and working on finishing up book 2 and 3. So yeah, the marketing piece is more than I bargained for.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So as far as for other writers, do you recommend them going the self-published route?
I would say you have to do what's best for you. Do the research. I did so much research. I went to writers' conventions. I taught, you can meet with a lot of editors and agents at those type of conferences and get their feedback. You can do like those pitch sessions where you pitch the agents and they'll give you feedback. And you kind of just have to go what's best for you. I personally didn't want, let's say, $5,000 check because I'm a new author. For this, my baby is really what I consider that book. I was like, unless they're giving me like $1 million, I'll keep it and I'll just do it myself because I'm really not in it for the money. I mean, money is good and I'm glad that it's doing well. But I really did it because it's a really good story and I want to get it out there and I just want people to read it and enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. How can they get the book?
They can get the book online on Amazon.com. They can also go to my website, which is sidelinebooks.com. It's available at Barnes & Noble, pretty much where all books are sold.
Very well. How active are you on social media?
I'm very active on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. My handle for all 3 is BWillBooks.
Oh, that's easy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's easy.
I have to make it simple.
You got your T-shirt on?
I do. Well, this is the tagline of the book. It's Know the Plays or Get Sidelined. The main character, Bryn, goes through, different situations, through life, relationships and in business, and she's constantly running up against this thing. She does it, you have to know the plays or get sidelined. I don't want to give too much away, but so that's kind of like the hook line. And I have T-shirts. They're on my website too.
So that's good. Merchandise is important.
Yes.
Also, so people can get this paperback, Kindle, on Amazon. So another thing that interests me about you is that you are a planner, a celebrity event planner.
I am an event planner.
Let's talk about that. Considering the fact that you're shy, how did this come about? You're planning events. How did this happen?
So I'm not an event planner by trade.
Okay.
So my background is finance. I'm an accountant.
I see.
So a director of finance.
I can see
I've got me in my office, me and my computer, spreadsheets, numbers all day, just cranking them out. Okay.
I can see that.
So my best friend, who's also my PR person, she's the dreamer. She's always coming up with these crazy ideas.
She's not shy.
She's not shy at all. And she's like, oh, we're going to do this. I want to plan Oprah's 70th birthday. And she's going on.
That's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
How old is Oprah?
You know what? I don't know how old she is right now.
She's like 68.
So she's got 2 more years. So, she's got to stay on it. But she's like, I want to do all these things. And I'm like, you know what? And I want to help you. So I'm more so behind the scenes. Like I can come into a space and visualize it and kind of place where everything needs to be. So I do more of the event design part of it. And so she's the dreamer. She's the vision. I make it happen. So that's kind of what I do in the event planning process.
That's a good combination.
It is.
Two people. That's the yin and the yang.
Exactly.
As opposed to two yings or two yangs.
Exactly.
Yes, that's good.
But yeah, and even in the book, it explores that, relationship between Bryn and her best friend Jen and how they work together and how this whole thing came about with landing this NFL client.
Speaking of working together, how difficult is it working closely with a friend on business?
Oh, we get into it a lot. I mean, we'll cuss each other out, and then we're like, "Oh, great event! Thank God we got through it." And then we just keep it moving. Yeah. I mean, we've known each other since we were 11 years old, so we are allowed to cuss each other out. Yeah, and then we have our own people like it's like telepathy and everything. Like they're like, "Did a conversation just happen? I don't even understand what just went on." And it's just like, "Oh, don't worry about it. We got it taken care of." So yeah, we work really well together.
So you're going to be at the African American Authors and Empowerment Expo?
Yes, I am.
Is this your first time?
This will be my first time.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing you at the others. So this is going to be, it's a nice event. You're going to have a lot of authors, a lot of different, people coming to your table and, asking questions, wanting to sign books, take pictures, that whole thing. There are going to be speakers on the stage. And like you were talking about, like pitch sessions. And have those in little rooms where it's, it's just a small group of people doing something specific, different things like that. So it's going to be nice.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. And so that is at Morgan State University. We talked about that. So you're going to be there.
I will be there.
All right, and that is wonderful. So when is the sequel coming?
The sequel, I originally wanted to release the sequel in the fall, but like you had mentioned, marketing. I'm so focused on marketing this book, I don't even have time to get back to the sequel. Everybody who finishes the first book is like, when is the second book coming out? I need it. So I did put the first chapter of the second book in the first book, and I am hoping to release it in January.
Okay, you ain't playing with these Bamas. This is coming quick, early.
Yeah, I won't wait. Oh, you won't wait years. I won't wait years.
Well,
I was saying the fall because I wanted to go along with the football season because each book is like a season. But I think it's going to be January.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yes.
I can see a story like this on the screen.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? So I'm sure that you're going to, make that happen.
Pursue that as well.
And so I think that another good thing that you said that a lot of people don't know is the editing part.
Yes.
Can you explain a little bit why you should not edit your own work?
You should definitely not edit your own work. For one thing, while you see what you want it to say, you don't see what it actually really says. And you can tell that by reading out loud. And sometimes when you edit, yourself, you make more mistakes while you're trying to edit. It's never good to edit, and you're not getting constructive criticism. You're not getting productive feedback to actually improve in your writing. The number one thing you should do is get an editor. I'm currently doing a review for a book for someone. I don't know this person personally, but they gave me the book, and they did not get it professionally edited. And
you're reading the actual book?
Yeah, I'm reading the actual book to do a review for them, and they mentioned that it was not professionally edited, and you can tell. And I don't know what to write about this review. I don't even know if I can do the review because they didn't have it professionally edited.
It distracts you that much?
It does.
Yeah. It's funny because when you're, like you said, when you're reading your own stuff, even if you send a text sometimes, you're typing what you think you're typing, which is what you mean to say. And sometimes you may skip a word or use the incorrect tense or something like that. Somebody else is just looking at it with a clear mind to pick up on stuff instantly. Yeah. So it's very important. A lot of people feel like they can write good, and I don't need no editor. I'm an English major or whatever.
Yeah, you definitely see that a lot. But no, get a professional editor, not your friend, not your homegirl, not your homeboy, a professional editor who can just tell you, this is terrible, I'm sorry, smiley face. Because that's what my editor would do. She was like, she would say, this doesn't make sense. No, I don't like it. If you're trying to say this, you need to find another way. Sorry, smiley face. That's how she would do it. She was brutally honest. But
you needed that.
I needed it because it made me a better writer. And by the time I sent her the final draft for publication, she couldn't believe it. She was just blown away. She emailed me back. She was like, I loved it. She was over the moon. She was like, you made so many changes. Your writing, everything had improved. She was just like so happy. So,
and you guys have never actually met in person.
We
before.
haven't, and I can't wait to actually meet her in person. She's in like Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, yeah,
so one day, she said if we do turn it into a movie, she is going to fly over here to come onto the red carpet with me.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That'll be nice.
Good.
Yeah.
And so another thing that you said more than once is the creative control part.
Yes.
A lot of people, I think, are quick to give that away, and then when they see what happens, they're not happy with that. So you are definitely somebody who is comfortable with keeping the control, but understanding that you're going to have to do the work.
Yeah, and that's one thing. I did do the research. It is more work than I bargained for, but it's worth it in the end. I was talking to one independent publisher, and she's like, oh, yes. She was like, I read it. She was like, oh, I know what I'm going to do with the cover. And I was like, well, wait a minute. What do you mean you know what you're going to do with the cover? I already have my cover. Like, I already have it designed. She was like, oh, no, we're going to do this. And I was just like, no, we ain't doing anything. I was just like, And it was a hard decision to make, but I made the right decision. For sure.
That's good. You have good reviews?
I do. So far, 5-star average rating. Go online. They're all on Amazon and on Goodreads.
Yeah. I
usually post, and on my social media, I'll share the reviews with people that follow me on Fan Fridays, and really give everybody shout outs who are supporting the book.
Some of the standout reviews is powerful, epic novel. Somebody else said, best book I've read in many years.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good. That's
yes,
good.
yes.
I'm sure stuff like that makes you feel good.
It does.
But you can't let a bad review get you down, like a bad comment.
I don't. I actually had a neighbor who I had asked her to read the book, and she came back with some interesting comments. And one of the things, well, I don't want to give it away, but it's mature content in the book. She addressed something
directly in the book.
She did, and she said, when Britt and Shane are together, it's like soft porn to me, and I didn't want to see them together anymore. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay. And at first it kind of like, oh, are you serious? But then I was just like, you know what? And that's just her opinion.
Yeah, her life is a little bit different.
Yeah, so I was just like, it's okay. Yeah, at first I was just like, she's like, I have to be honest. And I was like, you know what? And I'm glad she was honest. And then somebody else said, no, I wanted more.
Right. Depends on the age of the person, I'm sure. Again, the book is called Sidelined, The Draft. Yes. How can people get this book?
Yes, they can get it online, Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble. You can go to my website, which is sidelinedbooks.com. catch me on social media. I do giveaways at least, oh my God, I do so many giveaways once a week, once a month, because I just want to get the book out there. So you can check out my social media handle, Be Will Books.
What about people that are trying to get where you are?
Get where I am.
Yeah.
I will be at the Baltimore Book Festival. That's in September. I think that's 22nd through the 24th. Yes, I will be there. I will also be, if you're listening from Pennsylvania, I'll be at the Pennsylvania Conference for Women on October 3rd. And that's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And again, as we said earlier, I'll be at the 8th Annual African American Authors Empowerment Expo. I'm really excited about that because it's at Morgan. And in November, I'll be in Atlanta at the Ultimate Women's Expo. So they can find me there. And if you follow my social media, things will always come up where I'll be in local areas in and around Baltimore. So you can just follow me and you'll see where I'll be at. You can come and get a signed copy. And then, of course, I'll force you to take a picture with me and I'll post it on my social media the next day.
Okay, that's good. You got the last word. Anything else you want to say?
I just want to say thank you for having me here on the show today. And again, everybody, the book is called Sidelined the Draft. It really is an awesome read. I'm not just saying this because I wrote it, because he just read the reviews for you. Yeah. It really is good.
The reviews are official.
they really are official.
Yeah, they look good. I was reading some of them. They were very well put together, and people enjoyed it.
They did.
And so you have a great personality.
Thank you.
So, real quick, I got to tell you a funny story real quick.
Okay.
So I'm driving, and I'm ready to park to get here. And so I see two ladies walking up the street, and they look confused and lost. And
Don't you be from Baltimore County?
Right, it had to be from Baltimore County. And so I see the shirt with the title of the book, and it was just funny. But I'm glad that.
And I'm glad I wore this shirt today, because otherwise we would have been late.
It's two lost people, and I would have kept on going. But yeah, so it's good. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with the news of the day, and I'm going to take some pictures with you.
Perfect.
And, definitely thank you for coming. I'll see you at the African American Authors and Empowerment Expo. All right, so we're going to take a break, and we'll be back after this.
Thank you.